Good morning, everyone. Hey guys, we have an exciting training for everyone this morning. I'm going to turn over the host
back to where you were there, where you clicked on
to
it.
the wonderful, the fantastic, and
Good
love.
morning, Chris.
Click
Good
on it.
morning.
Here.
On here?
Yes.
Morning, brother.
Good morning. So, Ann, you are now the host.
Holy smokes, I don't even know how to do all this fancy schmancy
All you
stuff.
have to do is click on participants at the bottom,
Okay.
and then that'll give you the mute everyone. Mute everyone.
Manage participants.
You got it? And you're going to put mute all.
Mute all, yes.
What's the number that you call 308?
Wow. That's powerful. That's amazing. I'm going to do it again. Whoa.
So
Can I just do this the whole meeting? I even have you muted. Oh my God, that's amazing.
you do. And I can unmute myself, but then you can mute me again. You can even kick me off the call if you want.
Oh my God, this is like powerful. But I'm going to hit record if I remember.
It's already recording.
It is?
It is. It's already
Holy
recording.
smokes. Holy smokes. This is amazing.
So you are in control of everything, young lady.
Oh my God. This is frightening.
Congrats so much. Guys, I was able to get on the phone this morning with Ian Prather and Ann, and we just wanted to send her some love and congratulate her for hitting platinum. And, I just had tears in my eyes hearing her story, hearing, in 22 years of doing the direct sales network marketing and losing belief in herself on if she can create success, has finally had a huge win. And guys, just to give you an idea, at the current stock price, the amount of shares that she's earned in our company is worth over $31,000 as of this morning. So through our comp plan, we want you all to know that you can earn 250,000 shares throughout the comp plan, just moving up through the ranks in our company. Not only has she done that, but now has someone in her group as well that has hit the platinum position and earned shares in the company. So, Ann, we just want to tell you again how proud we are of you. We absolutely love you. And I just had Ann do a three-way call for me. I was, laughing my butt off because she is so much fun in everything that she does. She told me that she was funny, but I didn't believe her for a while. But I've just been blown away by this woman and getting to know her. So you guys are in for a treat. It's going to be a lot of fun. She's going to go over all the goods with you all. So, Ann Lowe, the floor is yours.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm actually totally honored and humbled to do this. And I will say that I'm a little nervous, certainly because I'm following in some major big footsteps. There's certainly plenty of people that have done this before me, and they've just done such a bang-up job to now be asked to do this. And, there's so many people that could do a far better job than me. And so I'm a little nervous, but I'm also very excited to do it. And I just want to give a big shout out to everybody. It's the end of the month. We're not done yet. And we still have several hours left to run hard for the end of the month. And I don't know what is up with my dog, but she is just back here growling at me. So if you hear my dog growling, just pretend you don't notice. But anyways, we just have a few more hours left. So if you've got some goals out there that you're trying to hit, keep working. We still have a few hours left. And so, as my track coach used to say, run through the finish line. So let's run through the finish line, because every seed that we plant right now is fruit for next month. And, it's just, I'm just blown away at what we have here. So don't quit just because we have just a few hours left. So, So I'm super, 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 super excited to be doing this training. And I know that there's a lot of people that say, oh my God, you guys do this same training every Saturday. And there's two reasons why we do this same training every Saturday. Number one, because we're not very smart, and so we figure if we just keep doing the same thing, we'll get it. No, that's not true. The reason why we do the same training every Saturday is because I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but our team is in momentum. And so we're adding new people every week. And so there are new people on this call every Saturday. So every Saturday, this is new for some people. So we want to repeat that. And I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but there are some times that I'm on this and somebody gives me a nugget and I'm sitting here and I'm taking my notes and I do my notes. And then the next Saturday that gets repeated. And I was so busy taking my notes the Saturday before that when that gets repeated, I go, holy smokes, I've never heard that before. It's like a light went off. And so we do this with frequency for a reason, so that sometimes that you hear something and it's new. So there is reason behind why we repeat it. So I am going to work off of exactly something right off of Ellepreneur 411. And we are very fortunate that John Canada or John Kaneda, depending on what you want to call him, I personally call him Kaneda when I want to. And that is my dear friend who also just hit platinum. Woo! Woo, woo! You can download this form, and it's getting started as a new Ellepreneur, and it's on Ellepreneur 411. And so in getting started, we want to get you started first. And so I'm going to go off of that form. And so get yourself a crayon and some paper, and let's get started. You're going to print out that document. And the very first thing it talks about is logging into your back office. And that's one of the things that can sometimes be confusing, is the fact that you have 3 websites. You have, well, actually now you have 2 websites. You have your ellepreneur.com with your ID number, and you have your elevosity.com, which is where you send customers. And so when you log into your back office, you're going to log in Ellepreneur with your ID, and you're going to have your username and your password. And then in that, when you download this form, it's going to say, know your sponsor's name and phone number. That's very, very important, because this is the person that you're going to go to in the beginning, and that's who you want to have in your back pocket. And it also then is your next 5 upline names and telephone numbers. They're your source to start your business. And in the beginning, I was really leery about that. I did not know what it was like to have team support. And when our sponsors tell us that they're here to support you, they are not kidding. I have never seen the kind of support, and I have never experienced the kind of support that I have had here. So this form, you will want to make sure that you have your uplines, names, and telephone numbers, and you want to have that in a place that's handy. Because when you begin to start to connect people, you want to make sure that if you don't get that first person, you have that next person's number. I have them, of course, in my phone so that you can just connect them right away. You also want to be able to hand that out to your new person when they get started, so that they also know that they have that support. So your marketing, yes.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, no.
So the list of our upline, is that in the Ellepreneur or the product site?
No, that's going to be created by you or by your upline, and it's going to be given to you.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so this is it's going to be created on this document, and you fill that out, and you hand that to the new person that comes into the business, and then they're going to do the same thing when their person, same thing.
And that document is where now? I apologize.
So no, that's fine. It's in Ellepreneur 411.
Okay, very good.
And it's the getting started document.
Okay.
And it's actually created as a checklist. So it says getting started as a new Ellepreneur. And number 1, it's log into your back office. And number 2 is know your sponsor's name and phone number.
Okay, fair enough.
Number
then.
3 is your next 5 Elopreneurs telephone
Got
numbers.
it. Yeah, I'm on the page now. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And so then number 4 is your marketing links. So your marketing links is elevocity.com. That's where you're going to send your customers. And that's where they're going to go in and create their accounts. And in the old days, you know, we used to do it that, you know, we would have them log in and we'd have them log out, and then we'd have them go in and they'd set up their map account. They don't have to do that anymore. They can go in, they can set up their account, they can set up their map account. There's no more logging in and logging out. The company has taken care of that. Now, last night when Robert came over to personally congratulate me and, you know, to bring me my stocks and to sit with me and, you know, just kind of shoot the stuff, you know, because Robert's that way. He's really friendly. And I know he'll come by to visit all of you guys too. But as he sat here at my table and we were talking, he let me in on a little secret. And I'm going to let you guys in because you guys made it to this call. How many people are here? 81 of you guys. So I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret that he let me in on. And the little secret is things are going to change. So here's what you need to know. We're, 90 days old? We are a brand new company. And whatever we have going on right now is going to evolve. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. I have never been with the company. I've been with some really great companies that had the technology behind them, that had the opportunity to make some changes. And you know what? They didn't listen to the field. They did not care what we wanted. And Robert listens to us. They have listened to things that we need. They have listened to, you know, customer service complaints we've had. They have listened to a lot of things we had. By the way, I was kidding. Robert wasn't at my house, just so you know. And the one thing I can guarantee is we will see changes. We are going to see changes in our office. We are going to see changes in the back office. We are going to see changes with customer service. They will be for our benefit. So hold on to your hats. If you don't have a Stampede string on one, you know, tie a bandana or whatever. We are going to see changes. They will be for our benefit. They are not going to be for the benefit of the corporation. They're going to be for the benefit of our company. They are our company. You know why they are our company? Because we get stock. Because we get stock, we are owners in this company. This is our company, and they listen to us. So know that the changes that are coming, and they will come, they are for our benefit. So just be prepared. So then as we go through your marketing links, you know that you've got a link to send your customers, and you have a link to send people that are interested in coming into the business. Make sure that you have those, that you've created. Some people like to get their links really long. I always recommend to keep your link very short so that it's easy to remember to send people to. And then you have your 4 Oceans link. What's nice now is you can actually link your 4 Oceans, or you can get to your 4 Oceans from your back office. But you can also get into your 4 Oceans from 4oceans.com with your ID. That's a great place to schedule your trips. You know, you get a discount, you get credits towards further trips when you schedule it. So start saving up so that we can all go on a trip. Anyway, sorry. So then you want to make sure that you complete your map. Don't get caught in not having yourself on auto ship. Auto ship is important. I think it's the very first thing that you should do once you schedule your, get your ID and everything set up. You don't want to be in a position that you miss a commission just because you weren't on auto ship. There's no reason that everybody here, my idea is that everybody, how many people are on here now? 85 people. Everybody that's on here is a leader. Every single person. You want to have your map set up. My recommendation is as soon as you hit platinum, maximize your map. And if you've just come on here, please mute your phone. So then the other thing is make sure that you have plugged into the Facebook page, the corporate Facebook page, and then any of our team pages. And I'll go into that a little bit further as a little bit later. And then you want to, within 24 to 48 hours, this is for yourself if you're a new person, you want to make sure you've scheduled or had scheduled your welcome call. And you want to make sure you have scheduled for your new person their welcome call. And I wasn't sure about this when we first started talking about this. And I have to say that because I was still in the old model of I had to do this all by myself. And when I completely bought into I could actually have help, this completely changed my business. And there's no doubt in my mind that when I did this and began to ask, I remember the morning that I reached out to Ian and said, okay, I'm going to start asking for help. That's when my business changed. And, I then, they then three-wayed me into Chris, and it was amazing. But, the welcome call completely changed my business. And, so when you get somebody who's struggling, you can now refer back to that welcome call and say, hey, remember when you said that you wanted to take your father back to Europe and from when he was in the war, that's this person's why. That's when you want to reconnect with them. Those days that they struggled, when they get 10 no's and they say, I just can't do this anymore. You want to refer back to that why and say, listen, this is what you're there for. And so that completely changed my business. And by doing it right away, it makes a huge difference to that person. And what I noticed more than anything is for those people, that welcome call, sometimes for them, it's the first time in years they've been heard. They've been heard and listened to in a way that they have not been heard and listened to in a really long time. And I have watched people completely shift on that welcome call. And it's amazing. It is completely profound and amazing. And I will say that I think that this is the welcome call is one of the most important things that you can do in your business. And if you aren't doing welcome calls, you're doing a huge disservice to your own business and a huge disservice to your downline. So you need to be doing welcome calls. And if you want to just listen in on one, you're more than welcome to reach out to me at any time. And I'm happy to do one for you. I'm happy to have you sit in on one, whatever you'd like to do. So anyways, make sure that you download an app from your smartphone for the video conferencing. Make sure you do the Zoom. I love the computer one because then you can see all the people's faces. I love that. But if you have to be on one from your phone, make sure that you have that one as well. Also, make sure you download an app for accepting money of some kind, whether you do it through Messenger, whether you do whatever you want to be able to do, because there are going to be people that want to do 5 or 10 day samples. And you want to get paid for that. So make sure you have the money to accept that. And then commit to your business. Do you want a home-based business or do you want a home-based hobby? And what I mean by that is if you do not have the opportunity Zooms and our team meetings in your calendar, you have a home-based hobby. If you have the opportunity Zooms and the opportunity meetings and all of our events in your calendar, then you have a home-based business. And then you have to decide, do you have it in your calendar the times that you're going to work your business? Then you have a home-based business. So I want you to think about
one more
that.
question.
Yes.
So now that you bring that up, there are a lot of meetings out there.
There are.
Is there one place where they're all listed, or where do you find those opportunity meetings? I guess is my question.
So I keep referring back to Ellepreneur 411. We tried to create a source where everything is, and so the events calendar. There's an events calendar on there. And then there's now an events calendar in your back office as well that has the large corporate events, We try to keep the events tab updated in Ellepreneur 411 as well, because we just wanted there to be a source where everything was, so it would be easier to get to. So,
my upline, my sponsor, Diana Carroll, she's been wonderful in messaging whenever there's a meeting, but sometimes I'll miss that and be good to know where to go. What is it called again? Ellepreneur. I'm new. So Ellepreneur 411. Okay, very good.
Yeah. So we keep a kind of what the week looks like.
Yeah.
So that has our team meetings, the opportunity Zooms, and then we also then have the events tab in there.
Thank you, Ann.
So just refer there. And let's see. You know, and then you want to determine your level of commitment to your business. You know, we all have a busy life. You know, figure out what you want to do. Here's what I know. This company is completely different. And I am the epitome of this company. I think what Robert has done is brilliant. I am 22 years in this industry, and this is the first successful milestone I've ever reached. And, you know, I think I said it to my kids. You know, Sean and Kim made that beautiful picture of me, and I sent it to my kids, and I said, you've seen me sling toothpaste and telephones and electricity and food and ketones and everything, and now coffee. And my message to you is to never give up. And I did it here by contacting no less than 2 new people a day. And I'm telling all of you, you can do that here too. And that's my suggestion here, is no less than 2 new people per day. And if you commit to that, there's no doubt in my mind, because of the qualifications here, staying active, which is 2 customers that are on MAP, and your personal volume per month, you too can do this. You all can do this. And I'm the perfect example. So you've got this. So 2 new exposures a day. Let's see. Send out at least 1 long distance sample per week. We have people all over the world. You know, I no longer refer to this as a network marketing, direct sales company. When people ask me what I do for a living, I tell people I'm in the social sharing industry. And why? Because I try to build my business strictly online. And I do it by sharing socially. And so I am in the social sharing business, and I build online. And so by sharing socially, I share on social media. And so I try to send out at least 1 sample long distance. Why? Because we have events all over the United States happening. I want to build into those. So what do? I go into my friends. I see that we're going to be in Atlanta soon. I'm going to look, who are my friends that I have in Atlanta? I want to find somebody that I can send a sample to in Atlanta. We're going to be in Las Vegas next weekend. I'm trying to find somebody that I can send to the opportunity meeting on Friday in Las Vegas. I'm trying to find somebody I can send to New Jersey to the opportunity meetings. So you want to be trying to find who can you send to those events, okay? And then create your hot list. This is my hot list. I just kind of look at my phone and I just reach out to people. It's kind of my hot list, because I pretty much believe that this business is for everybody.
And when you reach out to people, you mentioned you pretty much do things on social media. Do you call them, or do you just all 100% social media?
You know what? Stick with me for a minute and I'll probably get to that.
Very
and if
good.
I don't, ask me again.
All right.
Because my brain goes all over the place. See, I'm not like all these other people. I have to work off of notes, because otherwise we'll be here till next Saturday. So
You're doing fine. Thanks.
yeah, so I'll get to that. So, okay, so then we're going to make sure that you stay plugged in. So I think for a lot of people that get started new, there's a oh my God, there's an abundance of information, and we sometimes get a little overwhelmed. So you've got your team message chat, and then this message chat, and then this, and then there's the team this and the corporate this. Now, pick what you want to get your message information from and stick with that. So if it's your team chat, stick with your team chat. Get your information so that you know that you're getting your information, and make sure you're staying in the loop and stay plugged in. And so typically it's your team information, it's your team Facebook page, and it's the corporate Facebook page. That way you know that you're plugged in. Your team chats are usually up to date, but I just want to say that this is not the place for negativity. When you first get started, it sometimes is real easy that if you haven't got something set up, if you're having some confusion about how to do something, it's real easy to sometimes like post it in there. If you're having a challenge, take that offline and go directly to your sponsor, because we just don't want negativity in those chats. That's where we want to share information. That's where we want to, because otherwise it just gets, there's so much information in there, we get overwhelmed. And that overwhelmed people do nothing. We want to reserve our chats for the relaying of information, and that's why people get overwhelmed with too much information. So keep the chats for information. If you need something more solid, go straight up line. Remember that we have our team trainings. Our team trainings are Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturdays at noon Eastern Standard Time. The opportunity Zooms, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays at 9 Eastern Standard Time. I want to talk about this a little bit because I know that it happens all the time that you may not have a guest on that, so you choose not to get on the Zoom. And then on Thursday night, you go, whoa, I got a guest, 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 I got a guest. And you have not been on a Zoom for a week. And then you get on the Zoom and there's 5 people. And then you're sitting there going, where the hell are all the people? I finally got a guest and there's nobody there. Well, where have you been for the last 2 weeks supporting the Zoom? Even when you don't have a guest, you need to support the Zooms. Why? Because just because you don't have a guest, we want there to be support there. Mark and Judy, God love them. They have been doing these Zooms forever for us. And we want to support them so that when we bring guests to it, they can see this excitement. Every time there is a Zoom, you want to be on there. You want to be on there and support it. So make sure you're on there whether you have a guest or not. So if you're, stick your headphone on, put it in your pocket, cook your dinner, put it on mute. God, good Lord, please make sure you're on mute. Oh my God, please make sure you're on mute. That is the etiquette. Whatever you do when you come on a Zoom, put it on mute. That is the etiquette, no matter what. Always be on mute. So make sure that those are on your schedule. So then the next pages on that is starting your new Ellapreneur. So you've gotten started. Now you're going to start your new Ellapreneur. So as your team begins to grow, plug your new people into the system. So you're now just duplicating the process, because this doesn't work if it's not duplicatable. So if you're in there trying to do your own thing and do your own thing by yourself and not asking for support and not reaching up and not reaching down and not matching personalities, and you're trying to build it all by yourself, that's what you're going to get. It's not going to duplicate. And that is where the challenge is. And that's the way it's been with a lot of other companies. That is not who we are. We are a team. We are a family. We are supportive. And that's where this is different. Utilize it. For some of us, it's hard to ask for help. I'm telling you, it'll make all the difference in your business. So utilize this. You want to make sure that when they log in for the first time, that they make sure that they have their username and their password.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Could you please repeat the the days and times of the calls and the meetings and the, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So team trainings, and again, this is subject to change, but right now they are Mondays and Thursdays, and this is our team, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's a team Zoom. And they're Saturdays at noon. And then the Opportunity Zoom, and this is the one that Mark and Judy do, right now are Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 9. Also, be on the watch for if you don't have Judy Willardson on notification for when she goes live from Dallas. Holy crap, people, if you aren't using that, you need to be. That live from Dallas to prospect people, holy smokes, peeps. That's awesome.
And when is that again?
I am not 100% sure when she does that, because sometimes it seems to vary. And if somebody has that, please post that in the chat. And just so people know, I am not looking at questions. So if anybody else can do that, I'd be lost if I'm looking at the chats. I'm not looking at that.
Could you please repeat Judy's last name for me?
Willardson, Willodson.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I thought there was a specific day, and now I'm not so sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So then as you're starting your new Elopreneurs, basically what this sheet is essentially the same thing I just went through, but it's going to be a checkoff list for them so that you're going through there. You're going to give them their ID number. You're walking them through getting started so they get started appropriately so that you know that you have done your job to make sure that they have the information they need to get started. So their username and password. You're going to provide them with your name and phone number. You're going to print out that sheet that has their upline's phone number. You're going to write it in there so that they know who those people are. And then you know what I like to do is I like to put my new person in a chat and introduce them to those people so they feel comfortable reaching out to them. I give them their marketing links, their Elevocity.com with their ID number, their Elopreneur with their ID number. And then I tell them, go into the back office and play, push some buttons, find some things, you know, so that they know what they're doing. You know, I guide them with signing up their map. And then while they're still there, I set up their welcome call within 24 to 48 hours. If you go much past that, life gets in the way. I get it on the calendar as soon as I can. I then add them to the Elopreneur corporate Facebook page. And look, it's all here, little check boxes so that you know you've done it. And then I ask them, who are the first 3 people that come to mind that you would like to share this opportunity with? And then, Charlie, this is what you were asking. What do you say to them? This is what I say. Hey, fill in the name. I just launched a business and I need your help. I need some people to test the product and then tell me their experience. If I sent you a free sample, would you use it as soon as you receive it and give me your feedback? People love to give feedback. And then I give them a copy of, I print out and give them a copy of Getting Started as a New Elopreneur so that they can go through that checklist as well. Where are we time-wise? 9:34. Okay, good. So here are some tips. Keep as much product on hand as possible. You know, Chris and I were on a call this morning, and I'm a real visual person. You know, and I'm a storyteller, and you know, I kind of feel like the zombie apocalypse. You know, that you give somebody a sample, and the next thing they're like zombies at your door, like, yeah. Oh my God, my product's not going to arrive until Friday. Can I please have some? you know, that's what I feel like, you know, and it is that way. It's so crazy, you know. I'm sure my neighbors all think I'm a Coke dealer, you know, so, which I was in another life, but, you know, so, you know, my suggestion is have plenty of product on hand. And, you know, I think that it's important that we get our people started as quickly as possible. And that may look like, if we know that, and we are getting close to being out the door in 24. We are getting close. And okay, that's a good problem to have, people. I know it's frustrating, but it is a good problem to have right now. So until that's resolved, that may mean that we overnight product to our new people to get started. Find your solutions, peeps. You know, that may mean, okay, who are the top 5 people that you're going to send samples to? I'll send them. I'll send them to your people. Support your downline, damn it. Get creative. Come on, let's support our people. It's our job. It's our business. We support our people. So overnight product to our people if we have to. Let's get creative. That means you, as a business owner, need to have plenty of product on hand. Okay, so when you bring someone on new, they're going to have some time before they get their product. Supplement that, and then so utilize a place and replace. So if you're going to send a bag of coffee and Xantha Max to your person, say, listen, overnight me the shipping. Or I'm going to send you this product, pay for the shipping, and then place and replace. When your product comes, replace it, send it to me. Do that. Find out who their 5 people are that they're going to say, hey, I'm, you know, try this product. Would you try this product for me? And then send it out for them. Okay. Then you're going to send the product, get those addresses, send that out for them. It's going to be up to the other person to follow up with them. So then when those samples arrive, the person tries it, what's probably going to happen is they're going to have some questions. And the way that works is when they have those questions, this is when things start getting fun, because we use what's known as the connect method. And that's where the magic of this business flows. And we know that people who connect the most, new people to their upline, win the most. And I cannot stress enough the value of utilizing someone else when you're talking to a customer or a possible new prospect for the business. And, you know, in the old days, you know, and again, I'm dating myself. In the old days, we used to say the expert in the room was the person who walked in with a briefcase. It didn't matter whether they were just a person that walked in with a briefcase. And in this case, the person that walks in with the briefcase is whoever the third person is on the phone. And, you know, I'm always a little envious of people that work this business together as spouses, because that could be the person who's sitting in the same car, but just happens to be on the other phone, you know, because it really is, you know, that easy. And as a person that you're inviting somebody in and you're connecting them, you have 2 jobs. Job number 1 is when you're connecting that person to the expert, your very first job is to let them know this person that I'm connecting you to is either a prospective customer or is a prospective business builder. It does me no good to get in there and do the customer spiel if this person is a prospective business builder. So say that I'm on a 3-way with John. John's job is to say, Ann, I have Sharon on the phone. Sharon has seen the 3-minute Smart Coffee video. She has some questions about the coffee. Perfect. I'm now prepared to talk to her about coffee. Or John will say to me, Ann, I have Sharon on the phone. She's been on a Zoom. She has some questions about the business. I'm now in the mental frame, excuse me, to talk to Sharon about the business. That's your job number 1. Job number 2 is once you've connected us, don't say another word. Put your phone on mute. The biggest mistake that a person makes when they connect them with the expert is they get in there and they want to put their input in. Yeah, but seriously, your job is to not say another word. I've watched a lot of people make mistakes in trying to add their 2 cents. They completely ruin the third party validity by trying to do that. So the other thing that's very, very important is you need to edify the crap out of that third person. So John's going to bring Sharon on the phone, and he's going to say, this is my friend Sharon. Sharon is whatever Sharon is. Sharon's a teacher. She's this, she's that. She's amazing. Then he's going to introduce me, and he's going to say, this is my friend Ann. And Ann has helped develop a lot of leaders in this team. She's been in the industry for 22 years, blah, 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 blah. You got to edify the crap out of this person. Why? Because this person who is thinking about coming into this business, or this person who's interested in the coffee, they need to know that they're talking to somebody that knows something. So edify the crap out of them, okay? So let's see. So then we're going to connect them, and I then always end things like this. When somebody's talking about the coffee, the last question I ask is, are there any other questions I can answer that would keep you from ordering today? Let me repeat that. Are there any other questions I can answer that would keep you from ordering today? I know that sounds simple, but what it's doing is it's mentally planting the seed to get them to order today. When it's a business person, one of the things that I like to try and do, and it's really scary when you're that third person on there and you know you've got a business builder and you're just like, oh, please, 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 I want him to come into business. And I like to be real. I mean, we're all sitting there and we're like, oh my gosh, I just want them to come into business. They'd be so awesome at this. They'd kill this. Oh my God. And we're sitting there that whole time doing that because we're just like, yeah, oh my God, they have such a big network. They're awesome. They could help so many people. They're just amazing. Oh my God. Oh, I just want them to come into the business. Oh my God, they're just so awesome. Oh my God. Oh geez. Oh gosh. God. Oh God, Chris, don't say that. Yeah, oh yeah, say that. Say that. Yeah, they need. Oh God. Yeah. Oh please. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh. Gosh, I wonder if they're really interested. Oh my God, I hope they're interested. I wonder if they have any money. Oh man, I don't know. And that's the thing is we're thinking, when do they want to get started and do they have any money? Well, guess what? As the third person, I don't care. I don't have that attachment. And so here's what I do. As the third person, as the expert, here's what I ask people. I say at the end, is there anything else I can answer for you? And then I say, is this something that you see yourself doing? It's either a yes or a no. If it's a no, thank you for your time. If it's a yes, I say, how soon do you see yourself getting started? I'm trying to help the person that brought them there get a timeline. Trying to remove that weird stuff for that person. How soon do you see yourself getting started? And then here's the bingo. How much money have you set aside to invest in your home-based business? Now, what a concept to ask that person. Can you imagine if you said, well, you can get started for $249, when indeed the person maybe would have said, I have $5,000 set aside. Great, you can get started for as little as $1,000. But if you came at them first with the $249, they would say, okay, I can start for $249 and I can use the rest of that money for advertising. No, we want them to get started for the $1,000. Then they can use the $4,000 for advertising. Now I've removed all that from that person so that they can now have that there. So they know the person's ready to get started, whatever their answer was, and they have this much money in their pocket. So those are just some tips. Use them if you want to, don't if you don't want to, but they help to me a lot. So, okay, events. Atlanta, April 6th through the 8th. There's a Friday night opportunity meeting. Get this on your calendar. Las Vegas. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but today's March 31st. So that means these things are next weekend. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. So next weekend, Atlanta, April 6th through the 8th, Friday night opportunity meeting. Las Vegas, April 6th through the 8th, Friday night opportunity meeting. Long Island, April 13th through the 16th. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend those Long Island people, but it's just one of those things I can't help myself. If I go a day and I don't offend somebody, yeah. Long Island, April 13th through the 16th, Friday night opportunity meeting. Are you guys seeing a pattern here? Minneapolis, Friday, April 13th, opportunity meeting. And then we've got some coming up that are like to be determined. Orange County, April 20th through the 22nd. Houston, May 4th through the 6th. Seattle, May 18th through the 20th. Orlando, May 18th through the 20th. This one had better be on your calendar. Dallas, June 22nd through the 24th. Can you imagine how many people, when Ricky Durant says, Team Rise, stand up, how the sea of bodies that are going to stand up in that room. It's going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing. So, anyways, so if you think that this company doesn't care about us, the Shooting Star promo, 4 customers on MAP, you get dose. So a bag of coffee and a bottle of Xanthamax. 6 customers, 2 bags of coffee, 2 bottles of Xanthamax. 12 customers, you get the free product and $500. Now, I don't know how anybody else feels about that, but you're getting free stuff and cash to do what you're supposed to be doing anyways. Holy crap. People, that to me is mind-blowing. The owner of our company is giving us free product and cash to do what we're supposed to be doing anyways. That is mind-blowing. Hello. So, I mean, think about this. Think about this. You could literally keep somebody from being evicted from their house. Do you know that just $400 a month in somebody's pocket could alter their life? In the past, in network marketing, we've always said that. But the reality of it was, because the qualifications in the compensation plan were so outrageous and so difficult, we could never back that up. We can back that up here. The qualifications and the activity. So the $40 in PV and the qualifications to customers on MAP is so easy. We can back that up here. We can change people's lives here. And we're getting paid to do what we do anyways. This is awesome. So anyways, in closing, I just want to challenge you to look at your activity for the past month and really get real with yourself. I mean, what did you do last month? What do you want to do this month, this coming month, and what do you want to achieve? And really just question yourself. if you keep doing what you're doing today, is your success inevitable? And that's a good question to ask. That's a good barometer. And so I will open this up for questions if you want to unmute it. And I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm happy to have Chris answer any questions. Whatever we need to do to best support you guys, I'm definitely open to that, because we've got some time if you want it.
And
And
this is
go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Go.
And this is Michelle. I want to say, first of all, excellent training. I actually got a lot of answers to a lot of questions and then some. So I really do appreciate that. Also, I wanted to ask, do we get commission off the 4 Oceans? Do we get a commission off the 4 Oceans if we get customers on that?
Not yet.
Okay, next question. I wanted to know the $49 package. I've seen that, the $49 package, and you just get the business, you just come in as a business, you don't get any product, but then a person has the option to buy their own product.
Right.
Does that eliminate anything else? I mean, are they still a full-fledged member, business partner with the $49, or no?
They have to become active. So to become active, they have to have 2 customers on MAP,
Okay.
and then they become qualified.
Okay.
Have I missed anything there, Chris? Sweet. He's ignoring me. You know, he's probably asleep. If anybody
doesn't that $49 Elapreneur also need to sign up or be set up on MAP in order to get commission?
Yes, that's correct, DJ. So they actually need to be on MAP, and they have to have 2 active customers.
Okay.
They're set up on MAP.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes. Next question. Thank you, DJ. My sister.
And this is Charlie. Great job, by the way. Very, very helpful.
Thank you.
So I'm talking to 2 people who are not on Facebook. In fact, one just left, and the other one left a few months ago. And I mean, I'm curious, since our marketing strategy is pretty much based on Facebook and social media, just do it the old-fashioned way, I guess, with folks that are not using social media?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, you know, there's plenty of us that are still going to do it the old fashioned way.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I still have people I call.
Okay. Fair enough then. Thank you.
Absolutely. And did you have any other questions? I did see somebody say about downloading the forms. Again, everything I've talked about is on Elapreneur 411. Those forms are there to download. Download them from there.
You know, my only conflict in my mind, because I hear people selling samples and then I hear people giving samples away, and you know, so that I'm not sure if there's probably a pro and con to each one of those, I guess. What is your recommendation, your best recommendation? Does it depend on the person?
I will give away too. I sell everything else. Okay. Because I am in the business. I'm not in the business to go broke. And I actually, I'll be honest with you, I am trying to get away from sampling, period. I believe that the product is so powerful on its own that I would like to get people to commit to 30 days. And what I am saying to people is, my experience is, when I just give somebody a sample, they're so desperate for the next that they're at my door clawing like zombies, and they're unhappy that they have to wait. So why not just go ahead and order it and have it come straight to you? It has a money back guarantee. As a matter of fact, if you don't like it, I'll buy it from you.
I like
That's
that.
fine.
I like that a lot, actually. I mean, the other reason is I recently experienced a thing where someone didn't feel anything after a couple of days. Everyone's metabolism is different. And I'm
Exactly.
thinking that if they bought the product, by the way, if they buy the product they get on MAP, is it still a 30-day guarantee on that first order?
Yes.
It is. Okay. Very good then. Thank you.
But my 30-day guarantee is to me. Why? Because I want the product.
Yeah, that's terrific. Yep. That
And
makes
then
sense.
and then if somebody says, you know what, I just don't want to do 30 days. I say, great, let's do 5 or 10 days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so then I just sell them 5 or 10 days.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Great. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anything else? Any other questions?
Great job, Ann.
Thank you, Mikey.
Amazing.
Anybody else?
I love your energy, Ann.
Thank you.
I just love it. It's contagious.
I hope so. But I think penicillin will clear it up.
Quick question, Ann. What is your last name so I can befriend you on Facebook, please?
My last name is Lowe, but be careful if you friend me. Just warning.
You said Ann Love?
Lowe, L-O-W.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
So I have a question, Ann. This is Jean.
Yes, ma'am.
When you offer to buy back the samples, do you only do that if they buy sticks, or what about if they buy a tub?
Whatever. I've never had to buy any back.
Okay. And how much do you usually sell the 5 and 10s for?
I think I saw it was in the thread, but $3 a package, I think is what most people do.
Okay, thanks.
Because that covers shipping and everything.
Yeah. Great job, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
So $3 a package for $3 per dose? Is that
Yes.
what you're saying? Okay, very good.
And there are some people that do the Xanthamax with it. There's some people that don't. I used to. I don't anymore. And the reason why I don't anymore is because I'm a weirdo. I will fight like a black bear over my coffee. Don't take my coffee. I will fight like a grizzly bear, a mama grizzly bear with cubs over my Xanthamax. That's how strongly I feel about the Xanthamax. Do not take my Xanthamax. Whatever. But I'm a weirdo about somebody handing me a pill that is not in a container. I do not want anybody handing me a pill that is not in a container. I'm a weirdo. So I have chosen not to do that anymore. Now, having said that, all of our products are soon going to be in sample size. So we will have Xanthamax in an individual sample size.
Hey, Ann,
Yes,
it's Cassandra. How are you?
I am awesome, Cassandra.
I'm glad you actually brought that up. So my question to you is, someone sampling the coffee and they don't have the Xanthamax, which I know some people do. How do you get over that hurdle when you say, hey, start with the dose? Like, what is your reasoning? Or, because some people say, oh, well, I just had the coffee, so I'm going to start with the coffee. How do you kind of guide them or lead them to start the right way if they maybe just sampled the coffee?
I know you just had the coffee, but if you want to make this even more optimized and more magical, I would highly recommend that you add the supplement, the sister supplement that goes with it. With the coffee, you only get the dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. If you want the full journey, you then want to add the oxytocin. Because with the coffee, you only get dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. But when you add the Xanthamax, you get that little magical oxytocin. And oxytocin is that love hormone, and you don't want to miss out on that.
That was perfect, Ann. Thank you. I just learned something.
That's all I do. Anything else?
And you're so awesome.
Thank you. Anything else?
I have a question about advertising. Are there any like stipulations or anything like that? Because I know I've worked with other companies and they require a certain verbiage or whatever if you do business cards or put a sticker on your car or something like that. Is there any guidelines that we need to follow if we want to do that?
Let's see. Krishwita, can you answer that? Are you still available to unmute to answer that? Or anybody else up above that can answer that?
Repeat question because I'm on the other line. What's up?
The question is stipulations about advertising.
Do whatever you want as long as you're not lying.
There you go.
Don't sell under retail price if you're doing retail stuff or like eBay, crap like that, which I don't necessarily recommend, but there are people that are doing it. That kind of stuff. We really don't want to be on eBay, but there are some people doing it, just to be clear. So that's the kind of stuff.
All right. Thank you very much.
So truth in advertising. Yeah.
Hey, and I might want to add, and this is Joel out here in Kansas. You know, in previous businesses, putting stuff on the cars, it gets personal at that point. A lot of people are really picky about their cars. And when you're on private and federal property, you want to just be careful at how you advertising.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
I think everybody needs to be a little bit careful. I mean, we have, oh my gosh, we have something so magical. I just want people to, I promised myself I was going to go through this entire talk and not drop an F-bomb, and I'm not going to. But people, what we have is, I lost myself. What we have is so magical. Please don't screw it up. Please don't do things that are going to screw it up for the rest of us. I mean, don't do it. Don't do it. So, you know, just make sure that we keep it clean, that we keep it, we don't lie, that we don't go out and make, you know, these incredible medical claims that are so far out there. You know, don't be saying it cured my depression, it cured my anxiety, it cured me this. But when you're on a phone call with somebody and you're talking about, you know, I got my daughter back, that's fine. But don't make that kind of claim in an advertisement.
Hey,
Use your heads.
do you want to mention the store?
Why don't you bring that up, DJ?
Well, for those who are considering advertising, we have the opportunity to receive cards or purchase, cards that explain how to start with the product, order business cards, order marketing material on the Elpreneur store site. So I'd highly recommend anyone who's looking at any kind of print media to start with what the company has already established.
Yeah, exactly. So check that out. I just looked at the time. I have gone over. If there are no emergency questions left, I shall end this meeting. Reach out to me privately if you need anything. I hope you guys found this of value.
Yes. Excuse me. One last question. This recording, where is it going to be stored for future?
Chris Schweda puts it on his YouTube.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and then we try to upload it to Elpreneur 411.
Oh.
Okay, well, everybody go out, make it a great day. If you're running for anything and you need some support, reach out. I so love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for this opportunity to have got to spend some time with you guys, and I love you guys.
Thank you so much, Ann.
Thanks, Ann.
That was amazing, Ann. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome job. Awesome.
Ann. Thanks,
Very,
Ann.
very informative.
Great call, Ann. You rock.
Thank you, Ann.
Love you, Ann.